Welcome to another video today, another practice for you all. We're going to be focusing on slowing it down a little bit today. So we're going to just move through a very nurturing, grounding sequence today. Hopefully you should feel quite relaxed and calm. In the moments of stillness, maybe you can begin to just spend some time letting anything go that you don't really need to hold on to anymore. So it's going to be a little bit of kind of yin-based practice, a bit more restorative. There'll be a little bit of movement, but it's very much about connecting to the body, connecting to the breath, and just enjoying being with ourselves and moving in a very slow and mindful way. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. So we're going to begin in Sukhasana today, easy posture. So you can get a cushion actually, which is really great. I've got a cushion here, and you can just place it underneath your sitting bones so you can get really, really comfortable here. So just allowing yourself to get a little bit lifted through the pelvis, and then coming to sit in whatever position feels comfortable for you. Oh, there we go, a nice little hip pop for you. And we're just going to take a moment to settle in here. So just begin to notice yourself sitting here on the ground. Maybe you just want to fidget a little bit. If you've got a little itch and scratch somewhere, just give the shoulders a little shake. Maybe you just shake out the face, and then eventually allow yourself to come to an easy, restful sitting position, lifting up through the spine. So we're not hunching, we're getting that lovely lift, relaxing the shoulders down. And then just begin to draw your attention to your breath. Just a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just relax through the belly. Maybe just set yourself a little intention as you sit in this position, just something that's really meaningful to you. Maybe it simply is, I let go. Something that's just individual to you, nobody else. Or maybe you devote this practice to somebody you have in mind. Just spend a little bit of time cultivating that intention, allowing it to breathe into the body so that it feels really connected. And slowly bring the palms up together to meet at the chest. Bow the head down, blink the eyes softly open. And we'll begin. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, take the hands to twist. Left hand on the knee, right hand behind you. Gentle twist here through the spine. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. And the next inhale, reach the fingertips up, and exhale, draw them down. Gaze over the left shoulder, and exhale, soften. Inhale to reach up, reach, and then exhale, bend at the elbows, draw the hands as wide as you can, and imagine you're drawing your shoulder blades together. Lift the chest gently, the chin, keep a little bit of engagement through the belly. So we're not arching through the lower back, it's all from the top of the shoulders. And then release it down. Just take the hands out in front. Maybe you come to rest on the forearms here, just a little forward fold. Or maybe you reach the fingertips all the way out in front and take a lovely stretch here. Allow the chin to drop to the chest. Keep grounded through the sitting bones. And then come all the way back up. Lovely. We're going to make our way onto all fours now. So removing the pillow and keep it handy. We're going to come back to that later. So coming onto all fours, move mindfully. So allow yourself to come to that very mindful way of, rather than just rushing, just let the body connect to the body, move it with a sense of purpose. So just come into all fours. Ground the hands down into the mat, underneath the shoulders, hips underneath, knees on top of underneath the hips, sorry, brain not working today. And then inhale, draw the belly down, lift the chin, coming into our cow posture. And exhale, rounding through into cat, draw the chin to the chest, gaze through the back of the legs. Inhale, move from the tailbone, come through to cow, and exhale, rounding through, coming to our cat posture. And then move at your own pace. Maybe you begin to create a little bit of spinal movement, so it's one fluid motion. Maybe you go side to side, drawing some circles, getting a little bit of mobility through the wrists, one way and then the next. Maybe you come all the way to child, or maybe you go all the way through to a cobra. Just really allow yourself that time to move with the spine, side to side. Maybe you rock like a snake slithering. Just really noticing the way you're moving. And then slowly coming back to all fours. Inhale, reach the left wrist, left the hand all the way up, right wrist under the shoulders, open, 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 and exhale, we're going to thread it under. Lift the hips up to the sky, slide the head down and reach the right fingertips out in front of you, straightening to the top of the mat. And then holding here, 3 deep, full cycles of breath. Keep the belly button engaged slightly. After your final third exhale, inhale, draw the hand back to the side of the face, push yourself up, coming back to all fours. Just take a little rest here, back on the heels. Exhale, release. Come back through to all fours. This time, inhale, reach the right fingertips up. Try and keep the hips square. And then as you exhale, thread it through and under, coming down to the other side. Lovely. Reach the left fingertips all the way to the top of the mat. Hips over the knees. And 3 full cycles of breath here. Draw the belly in. Releasing through that right shoulder. After your third exhale, inhale, come all the way back up through to all fours. Lovely. And then just kind of rock side to side. And then straighten out through the right leg. Rock backwards and forwards, stretching out through the back of the toes. And then lift that leg up. Draw the toes down to the ground. You can tuck the left toes if that feels a bit more stable for you. And then draw the knee into the nose, round through the spine, draw the belly in and step up to a low lunge. Just walk that left knee out a little bit. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle and come up, resting the hands gently on the top of the thigh here. We're not putting our weight fully forward yet, we're getting a lift through the spine. Lovely. Feeling that lovely opening through the left hip flexor here. Just gently engage the glutes. And tuck the back foot, and then slowly begin to sink down into the hips. Anjalasana here, or horse riding posture. Bring the hands down by the side, relax through the shoulders, drawing through the belly a little bit. Keep the glutes Engage gently and just open through the hips here, holding and releasing. If this is too much, you can bring the hands down to the ground. But see if you can stay with this resistance if there is any, and just notice what comes up. And then release it down. Take the left fingertips to the ground. Inhale, bring the right hand up to the knee. Start to twist open to the right, reaching the right fingertips up. Lovely twist here. Draw the right hip back. Draw the shoulders down and together. And exhale, release it back down. Tuck the back toes and just begin to straighten through that front leg, drawing the right toes up towards you. Runner's lunge, half split. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. So moving very slowly, very mindfully here, listening to the body, and exhale, release. Just notice if there's any movement. Maybe you want to rock forwards and back into that low lunge. One more exhale, and then slowly plant that foot back down, lift the back knee, step back to plank. We're going to move through a very gentle flow here. So really strong plank, drop the knees, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale through to cobra. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, push back, child's pose. Soften. And exhale, come back through to all fours. Lovely. Stretch up through the left foot this time, rock backwards and forwards on the toes. Keep strong through the upper back here, so we're not sinking into our all fours, we're still strong and connected to our body. And then lift that foot, draw the toes down to the ground, level at the hips, we're not opening and crunching, we're drawing in through the center. Inhale, draw the knee in, squeeze round through the spine. And exhale, step it through to our low lunge and tuck the back foot. And then come up, rest the hands on the top of the thigh first. Just kind of adjust anything if you need to. I always find I need to give my clothes a little bit of an adjustment. And then we're lifting up through the spine, we're not sinking down just yet. Engage the glutes gently. And then begin to sink down into that front leg. Keep the knee over the ankle. Stretch out through that right hip flexor. Engage the glutes gently. Anjalasana. Hands down by the side. Lifting up through the chest. Draw the belly in. Exhale. Holding here again. Staying with it. Again, if it's too much, just bring the fingertips down to the ground. But keep that lift through the chest. And release. Exhale, bring the hands down. This time bring the right hand down to the ground. Bring the left hand to the knee and twist open. Reach the left arm up. It's not back, it's up towards the ceiling with the fingertips. Draw the shoulder blades down and together. Draw the left hip back. Exhale, contract and release through the lower belly. Strong through that grounded right hand. Exhale, release. Tuck the back foot and then begin to stretch back through that front leg, straightening. Gentle bend in that knee. Inhale to lift, exhale, fold forward. And again, just find a little bit of movement. Maybe you want to rock forwards and back. Inhale lifts you, exhale you soften a little bit more. Give the toes a little wiggle. Just notice how you're feeling and see if you can be with that for a while. Just connect to your breath. See what you can let go of. And then come forward, tuck the back. Knee up and step to plank, moving through that gentle vinyasa. So drop the knees, lower all the way down, hugging the elbows into the side. Inhale, untuck the toes, cobra. This is not using the hands, it's all about the back. Squeeze the glutes, exhale, release. Inhale, tuck the toes, push back. Child's pose, just for a breath. Inhale, and then exhale. Soften and let it go. Inhale, come back through to all fours. Straighten out through the right leg, so building it up here. Lift the back foot, draw the knee in, round through the spine, and take it to the outside of the right hand. Lizard posture, just walk that back knee a little bit. Come up, adjust if you need to. Lovely. And then bring the hands back down. If this is enough, stay here. Untuck the back foot if you want to, or gently make your way down, maybe to one forearm, or maybe the other. Keep that knee in towards the side of the right arm, so we're not splaying out through the knee. If you need to just turn the toes out slightly, you can. Lovely, relaxing here. Any of those variations is fine. Listen to where you are. Don't push it, don't force it. Try not to lock out through the elbows too much. If you are hypermobile, just gently ease out. Try not to go to the full range of motion. And then if we weren't already here, come back up to the hands. Ground down into the left hand and begin to open out through the right knee. So just gently come onto the side of that foot. If that is too much, just stay here with the hand on the knee, opening out to the side. If you can take your foot to the side, allow yourself to reach the right arm up and over. Lovely side stretch here. Maybe you draw the back foot up to meet the hand. Active mobility here. So we're not taking hold of the foot and the hand yet. Then you take hold and push the foot into the hand. Corkscrew. If you're here, 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 or here, absolutely fine. We'll all meet together, tucking the back foot, coming back to plank. Either meet in child's or knees lower down. Inhale, exhale. Tuck the toes, push back. That one breath in child's pose. And on an exhale, come back through to all fours. This time, left side. Stretch out through the left leg, rocking backwards and forwards. And then lift the leg up. Draw the knee in, squeeze, 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 and then take it to the outside of the left hand. Lizard on the other side. Again, come up and make any adjustments if you need to. Lovely. If this is enough for you, stay here on the fingertips, but maybe you start to come down onto the right forearm. Maybe this is enough, or you come down to the left. Keep that knee tucked into the side of the body. And you might find one side is different. Don't compare, don't judge. Just observe as if it's the first time. Just notice. Brilliant. Again, not pushing ourselves, but just taking it every step of the way with the breath. The breath will guide you. Really allowing yourself to listen to the body. If we aren't already, come up onto the hands, ground down through the right hand and start to open out onto the side of the left foot and opening out the knee. This might be enough for you here, or even just twisting open. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can begin to reach the left arm up and over, and maybe this is enough for you here. Or you begin to bend that right foot and actively reach the foot and the hand towards each other without taking hold, and then take hold of the foot and push the foot into the hand. Lovely. So wherever you are today, just take it slowly. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're still here. Wherever you are, slowly begin to come back. Lift the back foot. Step back to plank. Lovely. Move through that little flow. Drop the knees, lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck the toes. And this time we're going to lift the hips and we're going to push back up to downward facing dog. So really lift the knees, lift the hips, gentle bend in the legs if you need to, and allow yourself to melt towards your thighs. Round the inner elbows out and away from each other. Lift the hips, draw the belly in, and draw the heels down to the ground. Creating that upward triangle. And then gently walk yourself through to the top of the mat. Forward fold here. Hang heavy, knees bent, maybe rock side to side, allowing the fingers just to drag across the mat. Beautiful. Inhale lifts you halfway, straighten the legs, draw the belly in, exhale, release. Place the right fingertips down in front of you, bring your left hand to your lower back, and begin to bend through the right leg, coming up onto the toes, taking a side twist. Stay here or reach the left fingertips up to the ceiling. And exhale, release it back down, swap the hands, start to bend through the left leg onto the toes, hand to the hips and then reach up. Little twist. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, releasing it all the way down. Step back to plank. Drop the knees wide, big toes to touch. Take a lovely big stretch through Balasana, wide leg child's pose. So maybe you want to sit back onto your heels first and then gently walk the hands out in front to help ground the hips down to the ground. Allow the forehead to melt. If you need to, you can have the toes tucked. Lift up the floor a little bit towards you. But try to bring the hips down to the ground. And just soften here. And gently lift the gaze up, come up onto the fingertips and walk them over to the left side, stretch through the body here. Keep grounded down through the right sitting bone. Inhale, walk yourself back through center, take it over to the right. Ground down through the left sitting bone. Feel that expansion through the side of the body. And then come back through center. Inhale, round yourself all the way up. And take the legs out to one side. We're going to come to Sukhasana. Easy posture. So just taking a moment here just to settle in. Hands on the knees. Just a brief pause. Notice the breath, the body, the mind. And release, opening the eyes. Keep the right foot in and straighten out through the left leg. So we've got the right foot on the inner thigh and the left foot pointing towards the left corner of the mat. Take your hips and your gaze towards your left knee. Reach forward up. And then moving from the hips up and over towards the foot, the hands, and then come to rest here. Drop the chin down slightly. Inhale to lift, exhale, release. Drop the right shoulder down, Janu Shishasana, head to knee posture. But we're getting that lift from here all the way up. And releasing. Gentle bend in that leg if you need to, just to protect the hamstring. Ground down through the left knee. Lovely. Inhale, come up. Take the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you, just a gentle twist here in Janu. And then keep the right hand, place it on the ground, push into that hand, push into the right shin and lift your hips up, stretching the left arm up and over. Wild thing. Push down into the top of the right foot. And then exhale, bring yourself down. Lovely. Draw the right foot out. Left knee in, foot to the inner right thigh. Draw your body towards the right knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, bringing the hands down to frame the foot. Relax. Drop the chin, drop the left shoulder. Exhale, soften here. Really ground down through the sitting bones. Bend that knee if you need to. Give the right toes a little wiggle. And really just allow yourself to soften here. But there's still an awareness of how the body's feeling. We might be passive in our stretch, but we're active and present and aware, paying attention to the movement and the way we are moving and how we are feeling in that movement. So just always noticing where we can adjust and take some time to really ease into that part of the body. Inhale, bring ourselves all the way up. Take the right hand to the left knee, twist gently here. Exhale, release. Bring the left hand down to the ground. Push into that shin, that left shin. Lift up the hips. Reach the right arm up and over, opening through the chest. Push down into the top of the left foot. And exhale, bring ourselves all the way down. Lovely. So now grab your pillow that we put to one side. Just scoot yourself into the middle of the mat. Take the fleshy parts of the sitting bones away. Grab your pillow, got mine here, and just place it on the tops of the thighs. Give it a little plump. I'm going to take a really passive forward fold here, so it should be really yummy and juicy and soft and just gentle. Hopefully you will enjoy it. So lovely bend in the knees, allow the feet to be a little bit floppy here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward over the cushion and just let the hands fall wherever they fall. Feel supported. And then release the neck, release the feet. Passive fold here. Really letting go of any tension. And if you are, lean into that. See if you can just ease off a little bit. Why are you holding the tension there? Observe it. There might be a reason. Maybe you need to adjust the body. Two more full rounds of breath. And maybe this time you breathe out, fluttering the lips. Again, inhale. Just allowing the lips to be soft and relaxed. It's interesting where we can hold tension without realizing. Inhale, roll yourself up. Lovely. Just a little counter stretch here. Bring the feet up to the ground. Inhale, hands behind you. Lift the hips, reverse tabletop. Drop the chin back if that feels good. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, release it down. One little bit of core movement here. Take the hands out to the side. Draw the belly in. Lift the chest. Lower yourself down with a soft, gentle control. It doesn't need to be hard. We're engaged through the center. Lowering ourselves down. And there we go. Adjust yourself on the mat. We're going to take a supine twist here. So draw both knees into the chest first. Give yourself a little squeeze, rock side to side. Then straighten out the left leg. Draw the right knee in. Take hold of it with the left hand. Straighten out through. So the right arm and twist with the left knee. Allow yourself to be heavy here. Lovely. Maybe the gaze goes over the right shoulder. Breathe into the right side of the body. Allow the breath to move with a freedom rather than a kind of constriction. Inhale, draw that knee back in and change it over. So stretching out through the right leg, draw the left knee in, give it a squeeze, straighten out through the left arm and take that knee over to the other side. Lovely. Again, breathe now into the left side of the body. Feel the back and the side and the rib cage to expand. Maybe the gaze comes to the left shoulder. Again, where are you holding any tension? Can you just allow yourself to melt away? You don't need to hold that tension. We are supported by the ground beneath us. Allow yourself to have that support. And slowly come back in through to the center. Draw both knees final time into the chest. Take any last little bits of movement. And then we're going to take a few variations of Shavasana if you need to. You can bring the feet down to the ground, take the knees out to the side, Supta Baddha Konasana. Really lovely way to open the hips. You can come into a traditional Shavasana, feet as wide as the mat, arms off, palms facing up. You might want to place a cushion under your back here and just open the chest up a little bit. That's always quite nice. Or maybe you want to place something under your knees. This helps release through the lower back, so it becomes a bit more flush. I'm going to use this option today. Allow yourself to ground down. Relax through the ankles, knees, hips, the back, shoulders, top of the arms, elbows, hands, the neck, back of the head and the face. Just breathe into the whole body, and as you exhale, you begin to relax. Soften, easy Shavasana. Just follow the breath in and out of the body. Inhaling space and expansion, and as you exhale, letting go of what we don't need to hold on to. Visualize all this space being opened up by letting go all the things you held on to that you didn't need to. Old stuff that just lingered around, taking up space. Breathing in and exhale, let it go. Let it go with every exhale. With every exhale you feel lighter, almost weightless. Maybe you didn't realize just how much you were holding on physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Let it go, let it go, let it go. gently begin to just find a bit of movement through the fingers and toes. Maybe bring the palms to face down and just feel the ground beneath you with the fingertips, wiggle the toes, the ankles, the wrists. Inhale, take a lovely big opening stretch, full body here. And exhale, gently draw the knees in one at a time. Rolling over to one side, you can stay in your Shavasana as long as you want, but we'll gently meet up into a seated position. Maybe take your pillow, bring it towards your belly, give it a lovely big hug. Gently open the eyes. Thank you so much for practicing today. Come back to this whenever you feel like you need a moment to just pause, to put all the other stuff aside and just come back to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you very much. Namaste, and I'll see you again soon.